I wanted to mention three ideas, one that isn't actually in your materials, that I think have been ideas that have been really critical to Meredith's success during obviously what has been sort of a revolution in the media and marketing space. And I think first and foremost, it has to do, as Randy said, with creating a culture where people feel very, very comfortable aggressively embracing new technology rather than being afraid of it. And obviously for the first 100 of our 111 years, basically everything we created was in print. And now our creative people need to be just as fluent on Twitter, on Facebook, using Pinterest, creating compelling content in digital, and now mobile applications when our female consumer is standing in Dolls, or more importantly in Hy-Vee, buying their groceries every night, which is where 30% of the traffic from one of our latest acquisitions, allrecipes.com, comes from. So what I would encourage all of you as leaders to really create an environment where you allow people to be the leaders in new technology, allow them to try and to fail, because it's probably the most important thing as we go forward. Second cultural activity that I think has been so important to Meredith in recent years has been a very aggressively embraced corporate wellness program that we started about 7 years ago. When I took over as CEO in 2006, our health costs were increasing somewhere each year between 15 and 20%. Obviously, that wasn't sustainable, but more importantly, we had a lot of young people who were dying. And I have a philosophy of going to every funeral of every Meredith employee, wherever it is in the country, and I felt I was spending way too much of my time greeting the widow of young people with unhealthy lifestyles. So we have been after that in a very, very aggressive way. We have 99% of our employees and their spouses very involved in our wellness program. We've taken our unhealthy people categorized through the screening as having unhealthy lifestyles from about 17% down to 2%, and our health costs have now gone from up in the mid-teens to up 2 or 3% in the last 3 years. So there is a financial benefit, but more importantly, I think there's a benefit to the social fabric of the company. And the last point I wanted to make this morning, again, has to do with young people and future talent. We spend a lot of time, as I'm sure many of you do, really creating a culture where we bring young people into our environment and we give them a lot of space to play with new technologies and to really adjust and change and evolve the fabric of our creative culture. We do that very interestingly through a very strong program with Drake University and with Iowa State, where together we pick their brightest students. We have a program where they stay with us for about 9 months and they actually do real work and create a portfolio, so whether they can find a job at Meredith or they end up somewhere else in the creative space, they in fact really have a portfolio that makes them different in the job interview process. So I encourage you again, embrace new technology, have an aggressive corporate wellness program, and have a culture that is welcoming to young, fresh talent to keep your organizations bright and fresh. And I'm ahead of the bell and I'm leaving the podium.